And thank you for the Masonicare employees who are here today. Brothers, these are the people that all the things you see around here, they make it go. So, I have a few things to say. Greetings to our Grand Master, Joseph J. Porco, distinguished Grand Line, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters all, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you again. This is my 13th and final time speaking with you as chairman of the Board of Trustees of Masonicare. Over the last 7 years as chairman, 11 total years of membership, the legacy of 127 years, the residents, the patients, the staff, Masonicare has a way of entering your soul. It will forever be in my DNA. I could not have imagined how this company would have impacted me, the mission, the values, and what I've learned. From the bottom of my heart, I thank the fraternity for allowing me to serve you. Serving has done more for me than I have ever done for Masonicare. Being elected chair was not planned, and my train-up time had to be quick. I'm a hands-on person. I like to think somewhat confident, but taking on this task was enormous. I needed to be immersed in senior health care fast. Patients, residents, staff, the families, the vendors, the stakeholders, and of course the fraternity, all counting on the chair, and knowing my personal philosophy that the buck stops here. Apologies if I'm oversharing, but my trepidation was palpable. As many of you know, my mom is a vibrant 88-year-old, but she's starting to rid herself of extraneous items in her house. On one recent occasion, she handed my wife all of my report cards since kindergarten. Being a retired elementary school teacher, my wife pounced on them. I think she was seeking a way to help better understand me, so as she read the teacher comments aloud, my second grade teacher helped her understand me best with the comment, "Bobby is a pleasure to have in class, but I'm concerned about his complete lack of fear of anyone or anything." Now we can take that as a lesson in two ways, that I'm not as bright enough to understand danger, or that I'm blindly courageous. I think it's the former versus the latter. Well, that was my feeling when taking over as chairman. I had no idea what was to come, what I was to find, or where we were going. Masonicare had top-line revenue of almost $180 million, with 2,400 employees and 4,400 patients and residents, counting on us every day. You might recall that J.P. Benoit had just been voted in as CEO of Masonicare the month before I became chair. All brand new leadership at the top. J.P. and I had known each other not well, but now we know each other better than any CEO or chairman have, I wager, in the history of Masonicare. We have spent thousands of hours together, speak or at least text each other 7 days a week, and we have traveled thousands of miles all over the country in advancement of Masonicare. He personifies what a CEO is. He lives and breathes Masonicare. We are unbelievably lucky to have him here. We call each other brother, but there aren't many brothers closer than us. He has been remarkably patient and understanding in my education in senior health care, and I thank him for his kindness and friendship. Business is business, and we have respectfully challenged each other, but he is a remarkable man, person, and brother. I will miss our weekly 8 a.m. one-on-one sessions. Thank you, JP, for all you have done for me, Masonicare, and Connecticut Freemasonry. Now let me say a few words about Masonicare. In November 2016, when my term started, we were coming off an annual loss of $20 million. This could not stand. Charity is in our DNA, but without margin, there's no mission. I met with JP the first time and with some of his executives who might still be here, and we laid out the overall 100,000-foot strategy, and it is this. Whatever we do well, we're going to do more of. Whatever we're not doing well, we're going to fix it, sell it, or outsource it. It's simple, right? It's exactly what we've done. We got down to business immediately. We had lost over $20 million in the 10 years prior in the operations of just Newtown. When JP came to me with the idea of selling that property and knowing we were about to lose another $2 million that fiscal year, there was no question what we had to do. That same strategy was employed with the acute care unit, losing $4 to $5 million annually, the physician's practice losing $2 to $3 million annually. We outsourced short-term therapy, reduced long-term nursing home beds, jettisoned gastroenterology services, We reduced our workforce from 2,400 to 1,500 employees, a 38% decrease in headcount. But you get the picture. Masonicare was at a point of being unsustainable. We had to change. Masonicare had to come to grips with the fact that we cannot be everything to everyone, and that other partners may have a specialty where their expertise might be better than ours. Masonicare now is completely unrecognizable from an organizational structure when compared to 7 years ago. Since 2019, our contribution margin has averaged $10 million every year before interest and depreciation. And it's an enormous turnaround. We expect continued exponential increases in that contribution margin in the future. We have not relied upon the Masonic Charity Foundation in the support of our operations since March of 2020. We have returned millions of dollars to the charity. And that does not include the $42 million in equity returns over the last 7 years. We have been proud stewards of the Charity Foundation's assets. We have added value to the Charity Foundation versus relying upon it. Now, we just did not cut unsuccessful businesses, but we added 2 wonderfully profitable properties. Masonicare at Chester Village and Masonicare at Mystic. Chester offering 105 units of independent living, and Mystic offering 180 units of independent living, assisted living, and memory care. Not only our brand, but our portfolio was strengthened by this additional business. We added 21 beds to our behavioral health hospital. We also brought Yale Medical onto our campus to provide our residents with orthopedic care, and soon to be a general medical practice will be on site from Yale. They simply pay us rent while our patients and residents benefit. We are about to sign with Griffin Hospital to also lease space from us and to provide ongoing testing procedures. Renting surplus space to partners that can extend our mission is a win-win, and that rental income is found money. We continually conduct requests for proposals for our legal, accounting, and other large ongoing expenditures. Our external credit agency, Fitch, just last July reaffirmed our rating and our revenue defensibility with a BBB+ positive outlook for 22 and 23. I am very proud of their opinion of us, and it validates our mission and strategy. One of my main personal goals as chair was to ensure that more exposure of Masonicare within the fraternity. You may have seen the wonderfully internally produced television commercials produced by Ann Collette, and we have a plan in place to communicate via the Freemason with testimonials, firsthand accounts of why you should have your senior care here. I'm also delighted that we have implemented the Navigator program. One call, one-stop shopping for all of our senior care needs. Simply one telephone call on the back of your dues card, a vision, not just a little bit of a vision, but a vision of Most Worshipful Grand Master Joseph Porco. We have a dedicated Masonicare employee solely here to guide you through any aspect of senior care here, or questions about Medicare, Medicaid, or simply wanting a tour of one of our campuses. As we grow stronger, the Masonic discounts for non-governmental offerings will only grow, become permanent, and continue to save you precious personal resources. And my personal thanks to all who've contributed to the Masonic Charity Foundation over the years to ensure we keep our promise of the mission. Another item that JP and I are in lockstep on is our philosophy on legal matters. Masonicare is defended and we have chosen excellent legal counsel. We challenge every matter. Not just this year alone, our legal team, with the help of our executives, we have won 2 major legal battles, resulting in $4 million returned to Masonicare. No one should ever mistake our kindness as a not-for-profit for weakness. The fraternity can be extremely happy with JP and our Board of Trustees, what we've accomplished. We can safely say that Masonicare is in charge of its own destiny now. The senior healthcare industry knows it, nationwide too. We are sought out for assistance and consultation by other states with Masonic-affiliated operations, as well as other entities nationwide. We have even formed our own consulting company, known as Gen M, or Generation Masonicare. Owned by Masonicare and staffed by Masonicare employees, it is an extremely exciting time to be part of Masonicare. Our future has never been brighter. Let me also thank the employees of Masonicare and JP's executive team, not just with what they went through the organizational changes, but especially during COVID. They were extraordinary. They put their lives and the lives of their families on the line to protect us and our patients and residents. Based on their actions, they clearly saved lives. It became clear to me who was going to be the next leaders of Masonicare. We owe them a debt of gratitude that cannot be repaid. The same is true for the hundreds of volunteers who selflessly serve, and in many cases, for decades. Masonicare cannot operate without them. My thanks also goes out to the Grand Line and the 7 Grand Masters with whom I've had the pleasure of working with in my time as chair. I thank them for all their support and helpfulness. I'm delighted to say that this sitting Grand Line has been extremely supportive of Masonicare, and it has been delightful getting to know each other better in lodge, in and out of the boardroom, and on the golf course. This includes, of course, our recently departed Right Worshipful Brother Les King. Connecticut Freemasonry is in very good hands for many years to come. Let me thank the Board of Trustees for their hard work and dedication to Masonicare. Would you please stand, all the board members who are here today? I saw Kevin and Bob. Thank you for all your support. It's been wonderful. The present sitting Board of Trustees, a board that has completely flipped in seats since I became chairman per our bylaws. We have some excellent additions, and others have already been identified as future leaders. Their hard work and the time they put in goes unnoticed, and they do not seek applause, but the impact has been enormous. My thanks to all of them for their support over the years. I will really miss you. One item of note, and that I'm very proud of, is that the hundreds of committee meetings and board meetings, I cannot recall one dissenting vote by a trustee. It is not because they rubber stamp our motions, but I believe it is because they come to the board meetings prepared, ask questions, and through board interactions and education, they are well informed to make these important decisions. I believe we have made a great team while adhering to proper board etiquette and governance. I thank them with the deepest gratitude of their support of me and the mission. I'm also excited to let you know that 3 new, very talented associate board members I have recently appointed to the Masonicare board. These appointments are renewable 1-year terms, and they provide great bench strength to the board. As a board, we have always remembered, even with the monumental changes we have made, we have always tried to understand the impact of these decisions made on patients, residents, and employees. There is a person or a family at the end of every decision we make, and those decisions have consequences. Lastly, I would like to thank the thousands of people and the families who have put their trust in us to take care of them and their loved ones. The trust in us is a sacred promise, and we have to earn that trust in our reputation every day. Masonicare has come a long way, and these changes are extraordinarily positive, but we do have challenges. Finding and retaining good employees, competitive challenges, inflationary pressures, the equity market fluctuations, changing state and federal regulations, poor governmental funding and reimbursements and various unfunded mandates by those state and federal authorities. And where does our artificial intelligence fit into our industry? Can we predict senior health or someone's risk of falling? I encourage us to embrace it. It all seems daunting, but I believe that Masonicare has yet to meet its full potential. I have complete faith in JP, his team, and this board. Our next chair to be voted in, as well as the other officers of this company's board, I know will continue to pursue the success that we have already shared and attained. We still have much work to do, but I am unequivocally confident in our future. I wish our board and all of you nothing but prosperity, health, and happiness. Thank you for your kind attention and allowing me to serve you. God bless you all. All right, thank you very, very much. Thank you, I really appreciate it. It's been a wonderful run.